Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and discuss a lot of DIY videos. Today I have what I like to call affectionately my double rainbow, and I want to discuss the differences between these two rainbows and hopefully give a introduction into what my experience is from day one on a machine I've never used and I've only seen videos on and heard recommendations on. To start out, I paid very, very little for these. You can get them used from Rainbow dealers who get them as trade-ins. That's honestly the best way for me. They come in varied conditions. There's some things you want to check out specifically on your unit to make sure you're getting a good deal, especially if you're looking on eBay. If you can see pictures of certain items, hopefully I can help you out with that today and give you some more measured means in buying a Rainbow without actually being in person. First off, I have the EU series here. I bought this one for roughly, when you net it out, $220 shipped to my house. This was an eBay purchase. I will go through kind of my pluses and minuses of buying on eBay for this. This is an E series, first generation. It comes with a brushed motor, which means it has carbon brushes that help regulate the flow of electricity to the motor, and that is how it's controlled. Basically, as those wear down over time, they will give motor problems and they will cause some issues. But the motor brushes on this specific unit, when I did a teardown, have about 60% of useful life left on them. So you consider this thing has probably been used, they first came out in '98. The first generation, so I'm assuming this is probably a 2000 because it has a newer filter and some other different variations. So it's been used for a good 14 years. 60% useful life on the brushes is very good. If you're worried about the brush motor, it's very powerful. I can definitely speak to how nice it is. It's a very strong motor. I wouldn't worry about the brushes. They're so easy to replace. You just got to do a teardown video on YouTube and look how to get to the motor, and they are screw on, screw off, screw back in, and you're good to go. And it's super simple. So maintenance on this is not as hard as everybody makes it seem. However, if you're completely adverse to ever doing anything for yourself as far as maintenance, this is the E2, and you can kind of notice there's some slight differences. So if you're shopping for an E2 and you want an E2 specifically, notice the Rex Air logos are very different, so they're a little more evolved here. On the shield itself, there's a textured shield around it, and it has an E2 symbol on it. Also, you will denote the speed. So you have high speed, stop, and low speed. And this is kind of how you tell that it is a 2-speed or E2 and above type of unit. Also, you can tell the shield on here for comparison. It doesn't have any texturing. It's just a straight gold. The side decals, this is a line decal. This denotes its first generation. It's only going to be a 1-speed. If you see this, this is the easiest way to tell. However, these come apart. People can swap these, and it's not the only way you should address if you want a 2-speed. My 2-speed gold looks like this. So it's got that kind of graphic on the side. Otherwise, structurally, the units are basically the same. This one has a foam underlayment in the top case and around the motor to quiet it down. I noticed that the general motor noise is reduced, but there's a high-pitched whine with any Hurricane motor, which is the E2 series and newer. It's just going to be there. It sounds like a plane starting up, to be honest. So the foam really doesn't do that much. If you notice your E2 is overheating, also, you can take the foam out. You can just take the whole foam out and deal with the noise in general, and that should solve a lot of overheating issues. There isn't a big cone filter inside of here. Not that I've noticed. I did a teardown on this the other day, and they decided to do away with the actual motor filter, I'm assuming, because the foam surrounds it, and the foam is going to get dirty before the actual motor collects a lot of that dust. I'm not sure exactly why they did that, but they opted for that. Otherwise, the motor runs a little cooler because it's not brushed. It runs a little more efficiently, uses less electricity because the electricity is used more efficiently, and that's why brush motors in general are being used more and more. If you notice the basic KitchenAid stand mixer with the little black screws on the side. Those are brushed motors, and I believe the new KitchenAid stand mixers now have a brushless motor. They don't have any way of accessing it, or they possibly could have internalized the brushes, but I'm pretty sure they're using brushless technology too. So this is kind of a little step forward as far as motor technology. You're going to be able to find this cheaper. This one, I forgot to mention, I got for $250 from a Rainbow dealer who got it as a trade-in. This thing, honestly, I don't think has been used more than 4 or 5 times. So this was a complete steal. I got the full accessory kit, including the mounting bracket for the front for the tools. I took it off both of these units so I can go through them. I got the power nozzles and all the hoses for both these units, and they are the exact same kit. So there's no real difference that I could tell except for wear and tear. The hoses work up the same and everything like that. The other thing I want to point out is that the filters, you could tell another way if this is a first gen, is the filter matter. You take this off, it's blocked. It's blocked out. I may replace this with the E2 type of exhaust port because I think this gives you a better flow through design. You take this off. This is on the back of the unit, both of these, by the way. This is where the cords go. I just moved them for easy study. There's a hole in it, and the hole allows the exhaust down and out. I think that's a much better flow-through design. You're going to get better performance out of your motor in general. The filter itself, you remove this cover, and the E2 Gold that I have has a foam circular or oval, and then this is your exhaust, which is exactly the same on both. Here, if you notice, this is a custom filter that I put in here, but the box is going to be pretty much the same thing. Rectangular, this is pushing air in this way, and then the exhaust is out through the back, which is the same as you notice that. These are washable filters, these big box ones. They do have disposable ones you can get. I have not demoed these in either one of these, but I do believe they will fit, and you can use them maybe with a different door assembly, because they come older models of the E first generation have a mesh grill and screws at the top, so it'll be a little bit different. But the washable filters have a problem. The washable part is here. You can put water through it, and it's going to come out here. Same thing, you can wash it the other way. The issue is there's nowhere for the water to escape. So once I did a complete wash on this filter, and I used just warm water, and the whole thing with the dirt in it, and this was a particularly bad filter, clogged up completely. It just was disgusting and started to mold, and I decided that this is done. This is a done for filter, and it usually has white media inside it, so you can see I have a custom carbon inlay in there, and I have a very different blue filter in there. And what I did in another video you can check out is I modified it. Basically went, I'm not going to pay $60 for a filter, and I modified this one to take a different type of filter media, and that's in another video. Feel free to check that out. It'll work for both of these type of filters if you run into this problem that I had. Over the next week or two or month or two, I'm gonna demo these out and put this head-to-head against my good old Dyson over there. I'm gonna run them in tandem, see if the combined result is better than one or the other. I'm gonna probably compare these two motors as far as cleaning power. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be minimal because the design is so different, or so similar, that the difference is gonna be very, very minimal. This one I bought specifically to be an air purifier, so I'll be running air purifier testing on it, and I will run it and show you the particulate that catches in here, and hopefully that'll make you decide between, hey, do I need a 2-speed? Is it even worth it? Should I even bother, or should I just get the 1-speed? This is going to be my dedicated air filter for my bedroom, and if I have guests over and whatnot, to help collect matter as it arrives. That way my whole place stays a little bit cleaner. This is going to be my workhorse, the 1-speed, and I'm going to make this one work because it is in a little bit worse condition, and this one's really, really clean. So hopefully in the upcoming videos you can enjoy that. If you liked anything you see, or you want to see something different while I go through and do some of these demos, please let me know in the comments below if I don't have a video up already in my channel, and I will try to do those for you. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll have some fun with these rainbows over the next month or two.